Okay, hello everybody and welcome to Tips and Tricks for Throne of Lies. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 special, advanced tips that you can pretty much use in-game. Things that pretty much any Throne of Lies player should know that they exist or how to use them. And what their effect on the game is. First one I'm going to talk to is something simple, so I think everyone's come across, which is Trollboxes. Trollboxes can be used by the Fool or the Scorned classes, and they effectively allow a player to make somebody say something without their knowledge, as of the current build, which is 1.07. So pretty much what you need to understand with Trollboxes is that when somebody uses a Trollbox on something, it's probably going to show a massive contradiction in what they would actually say. Most popular targets are things like sheriffs and investigative classes, because once they're proven, if you Trollbox them, people will see what they say and then just go with it and all vote the same person. Now, most of the time Trollboxes will be used with the effect of getting a Fool lynched or a target lynched. Effectively, what you can understand is that it's irrelevant whether it's Scorned or Fool. Whoever's being targeted by either of them, it's not good for them to die. So if you can spot a Trollbox, you have to point out to people that it is a Trollbox to stop the negative abilities from going through, such as from a Fool or if a Scorned gets to win. Because a Scorned winning is bad, because then you've got somebody on the playing field who has already won and can effectively do whatever the heck he wants. The Fool gets killed, as Blue Dragon that's bad, as Unseen that's good. Because as long as the Blue Dragon can't vote people out, they have a distinct disadvantage in trying to get you. So effectively, knowing when to see Trollboxes is a key part of play, and the best way to see them is when somebody makes a direct contradiction in either what they were saying previously and what they're saying now, or immediate sayings of, I'm sheriff, I saw this person. How you can avoid this is by asking the person to simply say it again, because Trollbox does not work twice. So if you get somebody to reconfirm their findings, if they don't say it again, they will either go, huh, which means it's a Trollbox, or they'll say it again, which means it was legitimate. Trollboxes generally are used in this manner. Okay, so next we're going to do is journals and copy pasting. This is something that everyone should know, and it's pretty simple. Basically, when you write out your journal of your findings and stuff, even if you're writing a fake journal, all you have to do to post your logs is to copy it all, press Ctrl and C on the highlighted text, and then click onto the game's text box, and press Ctrl V to copy your journal or logbook or whatever it's called now onto the game. It's quite simple. Most people will know it. However, some people may not. That's just how you do that. Okay, third thing is I want to basically talk about claiming a neutral role. Claiming a neutral role when people are suspicious of you is bad. The only way to get out of it, because neutral roles are easy to kill, is to claim a Blue Dragon role. If you claim a Blue Dragon role, you're going to have a fake will on hand, depending on which one of these classes you have. If you have an Alchemist, you can easily get away with claiming Physician. If you're a Fool, you can get away with claiming Butler, as you can occupy somebody else, and then say, that's wine. And if you say that, and then they look at you, you can make yourself look suspicious. Claiming Butler is probably the best thing for Fool to do. Scorned. Scorned is actually immune at night, and which makes it actually ironic. You can claim Priest as the Scorned with that. Effectively, if a Priest actually comes out and says, no way, I'm Priest, then that's a problem, but it will save you for a little while. Unfortunately, it's not the best. However, being Occupy immune is not something that I would say is traditionally part of many classes. Like, mainly it's evil classes who have that. Again, you can claim Butler. I do believe the Butler is Occupy immune. Yep, there we go. So, again, I wouldn't claim Priest if you can help it. But I would definitely say it's an option, depending on the situation. Because a Priest generally won't out. But once they're dead, you're not going to get to do that. Butler's probably the way to go. But claiming a Scorned is quite awkward. as a Reaper, you can claim to be a knight or possibly a paladin. No, actually, no, they're investigative. No, not a paladin. You can claim to be hunter. You just need to make sure you come across as offensive or killer, because that's what princesses will destroy you like that. However, if somebody says, "Oh, you're neutral," it's kind of going to be a problem. Being that you're immune, again, you can claim priest, and then it's even better with the Reaper to claim priest actually, because it will make your immunity explainable, and you can then chill the actual priest when he starts talking, so that he can't imply you. So, the next thing I have on my list here is Royal Blood. Okay, so, I know a few people might be confused as to what Royal Blood is and how it works. So, if you look here, the Drunk has Royal Blood. The Noble has Royal Blood, and anything with royalty will have Royal Blood, such as, like, Princess, etc. Now, that's not confusing in itself. What's confusing is that Royal Blood passes over. So, if you have an alcoholic, they have Royal Blood. If you have an aristocrat, they also have Royal Blood. And ironically, should you convert, say, a princess to the Seeker class, it doesn't say it on the game, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's right, but the Royal Blood converts is with cult conversion. You keep your Royal Blood, even if you're converted to another class. Even though, say, a Seeker could become a could be made from a paladin, if you're a princess who's converted into a Seeker, you should retain your Royal Blood. Now, the way of proving Royal Blood is pretty much just being voted up for king, which means you'd have to claim one of these roles that has Royal Blood. However, that's just something I felt needed to be said, as there might be confusion with the cult and their Royal Blood. And I've seen instances of royal-blooded cultists happening before in previous patches. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is talk about avoiding executions. Now, the way I've seen, if you put up on stand, unless you have actual proof of you being another class, or you can masterfully work your logbook into you pretty much having a complete list of who everyone is, and the only reason you'd know that is because you're this class, even though there are really complex ways for you to get to that conclusion. But I found that there's 3 ways to get yourself put off the stand. The first one is still you're doomed, is claiming Prince. Now, as evils, this is incredibly helpful, because if you claim a Prince, then the actual Prince will either out, or he'll jail you immediately and kill you, wasting one of his executions. Now, the thing is, if the prince doesn't waste his executions on you, he's going to use them on your friends. If you are guaranteed to die anyway, it's fine, claim prince, make him waste an execution, you've still done a good job for your faction, if you're evil. Making the prince waste an execution is nothing to laugh at. Okay, now here's another one, claiming being reaped. Now this is really easy to do. Just say nothing. Before you get voted up, start clicking somebody else voted like 4 different times, and then when you're voted up, say nothing. The other players could come to the conclusion that you have been reaped or you are chilled. If you're chilled, they're less likely to execute you as you cannot give a proper defense. Giving a proper defense is awkward in this game, because if you don't have the necessary things in your logbook from a blue dragon ability, they will more than likely just execute you for the heck of it. However, if they come to the conclusion that you're chilled and that the Reaper's targeting you, they are more likely to let you down simply because they want to know what you're saying just in case they're about to make a mistake. This is actively more effective than claiming a blue dragon role I've seen in games, but it only works if there's a confirmed Reaper in the game. If people have confirmed a Reaper, then yeah, you're more likely to get it. If there isn't a Reaper, you've got a chance, but not so much of a chance. Okay, so the final thing I wanted to say about avoiding executions is claiming to be the fool. Now, okay, so what you want to do is claim fool, but claiming fool is not as simple as saying I am fool. Claiming fool is basically having yourself a complete and total disregard for most of the game, and then having logic why you shouldn't be hung. That's how you claim fool. You don't claim fool through just simply saying I am fool. If you say I am fool, they will probably kill you. But if you fake claim fool, you could escape the stand. And that's exactly what you want when you claim fool. However, most fools will try their best to actually give you reasons to hang them, whereas you want to give them a reason to make them want to think that you want to be hung. Otherwise, that's it. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. That's been 5 tips and tricks for Throne of Lies that I feel works out just fine. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.